Hi, Chem Gang. I just wanted to go over the solutions to a few of the problems that you were working on Friday and our homework for Monday on video form so that you can stop and fast forward and rewind and check everything out. So let's just get started. I'm going to do one or two examples in each of the sections. You also have, of course, the answer key. And then on Monday, if you still don't understand, you can request additional explanations. So looking at the first one, carbon 12. I'm not going to be able to actually show you, type in the nuclear symbol here, but because it's carbon, the symbol will be C. And remember that 12 is the mass number, so 12 would go in the upper left on that symbol. I just said that 12 is the mass number, so I'm going to input it there as well. The fact that it's carbon is extremely important because you can look on your periodic table, and your periodic table tells you that that is element number 6. All right. Now, element number 6 means 6 is the atomic number and the number of protons, so I would fill those in. And it would also be the lower left on the nuclear symbol there. That's where that belongs. Okay. We get the number of electrons by realizing that these are true atoms, meaning they're neutral. And remember, the positive charge of the protons is canceled by the negative charge of the electrons. So 6 protons means 6 electrons there. Okay? And the only thing that would be missing now would be the number of neutrons. And remember that the mass number is protons plus neutrons. So this column plus this column has to equal this column. So the missing number is obviously 6 there. So that's your first line. Okay, the second line, the element is argon. Again, you can look that up on your periodic table. And then in the isotope symbol, you have to put the hyphen or dash and then the mass number. The mass number is found right here, which is 40. And of course, that means I can fill in the mass number as well. 18 in this symbol is the atomic number, so I can put that in for atomic number, which is also, of course, the number of protons. And again, in a neutral atom, it also has to be the number of electrons, so the protons and electrons balance out. Okay. And the number of neutrons here, again, is just like the number we did in the last time. It's the difference between the mass number and the protons. In other words, 18 plus the number of neutrons has to add up to 40, so that has to be 22. So those are a couple examples on the first one. And again, you can rewind and listen to that again. For the second section, what you should realize is this is really the same information up here, but in different form. So here I filled out 3 of the columns, and I'm asking for the element. And when we ask for an element, all you have to do is identify an element name. And the key here is to remember that the number of protons determines the element. So it's 34 protons, and I obviously don't have a periodic table in front of me. I think that's selenium, so I won't write it in, but check on your periodic table. If number 34 is selenium, then that's the answer to this question. All right. 4 is a question by itself. I'll let you read the answer there. Now, 5, we're dealing with ions, so there's something else that we have to take into account, but a lot of it is the same. Okay, so if you have a typical symbol of an ion, just gives the atom and the charge. In the nuclear symbol, you would also have the Al3+, but you would need the mass number and the atomic number. Right? I think on this one, I would start with by looking up aluminum on the periodic table, and that's element number 13. Okay, and that means it's the atomic number, but also the number of protons, which is 13, and that means the lower left number on the nuclear symbol would be 13. We can now figure out the mass number because we know protons plus neutrons, they add up to 27. Right? So the nuclear symbol would have a 27 in the upper left because that's the mass number. All right. Electrons and charge I like to handle together. The charge is written right here, so it's 3 plus. Normally with charges, you write the number first. Not everyone does it that way, but that is okay. All right. And so the number of electrons we have to figure out by what the charge is and the number of protons. So remember, when you have a positive ion, it's positive because there are more protons than neutrons. And the 3 means there are 3 more protons than neutrons. Sorry, I said that wrong. 3 more protons than electrons. Okay, you have to have more protons, which are positive, than electrons, which are negative. So this atom has 3 more protons than electrons. So with 13 protons, it must have 10 electrons. Okay. I will do line B. It said level 2, you could omit B and D in the nuclear symbols, but honestly, I still think you can understand this. So I will go through it. So if the nuclear symbol is this, the typical atomic symbol is Fe2 plus, and make sure you use superscript and subscript appropriately. That has to be superscripted, which I can do right here. All right. So that's usually the way we write the symbol of a 2 plus iron ion. All right. The 59 is the mass number. Again, if you know that symbol, that's easy to write on. The 26 is the atomic number, which is number of protons, so that goes right here. And using these two, we can figure the neutrons, because remember, mass number is protons plus neutrons. So we're missing 33 here. 26 and 33 makes 59. So 33 neutrons. Okay. Now, remember, this is a charged species, so for electrons, we have to use the charge. And this one's 2 plus. Okay, 2 plus means 2 more protons than electrons. And if we have 26 protons, that must mean 24 electrons. So we filled that one in. And if we scroll down, number 6, again, it's the same kind of question here, the typical symbol used for this. And again, the typical symbol gives the element, which is element 29. And again, I'm without my periodic table. I really should have one here. What's element 29? I don't know off the top of my head. That's why we have periodic tables. So I'm going to pause and look it up. All right, element 29, oops, we're down here, is copper. So the symbol here is going to be copper. Remember, when you're writing the answers, I'm going to try to set worksheets when you're filling in to write in a different color font. Obviously, you can do that if you're doing the PDF thing. So I'll put it into red to make it more visible. So that's copper. And the only other thing that goes into the typical symbol is the charge. So I look at that, there are 29 protons and 28 electrons. There's one more positive charge than negative charge. So this has a plus charge, and again, that should be a superscript. So make sure you figure out how to do superscript on your editor if you need one. Typically, if there's only one charge, we don't write 1 plus or plus 1. Sometimes that's done, and I won't mark it wrong, but the most common way that scientists do it is just to have the 1 implied. So if you just see a plus, that just means there's only 1 plus. Okay, if there's more than 1 plus, you have to write 2 plus, 3 plus, etc. Okay. So that's it. If you have additional questions, let me know. Thanks.